Hey everybody! Welcome to Fun Foods here at Fayette County Public Library. I'm Miss Lisa. I was just greasing these muffin tins because today we are going to do a twist on a regular Rice Krispie treat. We are going to make a pumpkin pie look-alike Rice Krispie treat. Don't you know that Rice Krispies are moldable and oozy and gooey and you can press them down and make them into different shapes? Well, today we're going to make them into a pumpkin pie shape. All right, so you are going to need a muffin pan, and I've already got them all greased up and ready to put those Rice Krispies in there. Of course, you're going to need your butter and some marshmallows and Rice Krispies. Those are the main ingredients for the crust part of the pumpkin pie. For the filling of the pumpkin pie, you need either or. I found pumpkin spice marshmallow, so we're going to use this. If you can't find this, just get another bag of marshmallows and some pumpkin pie spice and some orange food coloring, and you will be able to make a little baby Rice Krispie pumpkin pie. Let's get started. So to begin with, we need our 3 tablespoons of butter. I already got my skillet up to 350 degrees. So we're going to melt our 3 tablespoons of butter. Gotta make sure it doesn't burn, so somewhere between 300 and 350, okay? And we need to pour in our marshmallows, and we need to let that melt together. Cover those marshmallows well with that butter so they don't stick too much. And just keep stirring until they have changed into your marshmallow fluff. Now, I'll tell you an interesting little fact. At school, in my classroom, my 3rd and 4th graders have been learning that you can take a solid and add heat. And when you add heat, it turns into a liquid. And so that's sort of what we're doing here. We're adding heat to these marshmallows, and they are going to go and turn into a liquid as soon as the heat gets to those marshmallows. We're just going to pat those down and try to help it along a little bit. Remember, adding more heat is not going to help. You will scorch your marshmallows, and then you'd have a burnt pumpkin pie. Oh, that would be awful. You don't want that at all. All right, these marshmallows have almost turned into liquid. Oh, we got a stray one over there. All right. Let's keep stirring them up. More activity and more motion will help them melt a little faster. Okay, now as soon as they're done melting, we are going to want to pour in 6 cups of Rice Krispies. So I already got those Rice Krispies ready. And it's always a good idea to pour them in a little at a time and get it mixed together, just in case you don't need all 6 cups. Okay, I'm going to turn that heat off. Oh, grab my spoon. And we're going to stir in those Rice Krispies. Some of you have been watching me since back when we called the show Quarantine Cooking. And making Rice Krispies was actually one of the very first. I think it was the first show I did. So this is a little twist on the sort of the same idea. Now that we're in autumn, everybody loves pumpkin. So we are going to be making a pumpkin flavored Rice Krispie here in just a minute. All right, it looks like these are about done. Okay, now here's going to come the fun part. We're going to need to take these Rice Krispies and put them in the muffin pan so that they can become the crust of our look-alike pumpkin pie. All right, so what I'm going to do is take my spoon. I'm going to add a little butter to it. Just make sure your hands are nice and clean because you're going to want to be touching this stuff. You're going to grab it, pour it down inside there. Now you don't want to fill up the whole tub because you're going to want to put another layer in there because we're going to make a little pumpkin pie look-alike. All right, so we're getting those in there. We have to do it a little quickly because we don't want it to set up too quickly. We want to be able to then make a little indentation in our pumpkin pie crust to be able to put another layer in there. So let me see how I'm doing here. And you're probably going to have some extras left over that we can just pour into a pan and use later for just eating. Okay, so once we have that, I've got a little measuring cup here, a small one, that's buttered, and we're going to press it down in there nice and hard. Okay, you see how that's made a nice indentation? Press that in there. Okay, might even use your hands to get the pretend crust up on the sides. Okay, you want to have enough space. I don't think that one has enough in it yet. Press this one down. Press this one down. Yep, and don't have much on the side there, do I? I'll flip it around here. Press this down. Okay. Looks like my first couple ones turned out the best. Oh, and now I'm having to get some more grease on here so it doesn't stick. All right, looks like we're about got them, except for those couple that didn't have enough. Let me add a little bit more in there. And this will probably really make two whole pans full. But for today, I'm just going to make the one. So we're going to quickly make these other ones. Press it down. That one is sort of not cooperating real well either. Okay, but you guys get the idea. You might need to take a little time to figure this out and make those into some crusts. Pumpkin pie crust. Okay, so now that we've got that base, we have all this leftover Rice Krispie that I am just going to put into this pan, and we'll just eat it later as one big yummy Rice Krispie bar. Okay, as we need our skillet again to be able to melt the orange marshmallows to make the pumpkin pie filling. Alright, well, I was thinking I could just add orange to this, but that's not really what I wanted to do today. We'll save that for later. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn our heat back on, and we need another 3 tablespoons of our butter. And this time I'm using my pumpkin spice marshmallows. So as these melt, and they're a little bit larger, so it may take a little bit longer. As these melt, we're going to have some pumpkin pie aroma filling the air. Okay, now as these are melting, I need to get my Rice Krispies ready. So, you can smell that marshmallowy pumpkin flavor. You can see how orange they're getting. If you're just going to use regular Rice Krispies or regular marshmallows, you'll want to add some of that orange food coloring. Okay, this is going to take a little bit because they're bigger marshmallows. Maybe I can pound them down a little bit. Okay. I'm going to let them get used to the heat just a minute while I get the Rice Krispies ready. Okay. We need about it's a smaller, it's only 8 ounces of marshmallow, so we're only going to need about 4 or 5 cups of Rice Krispies. Alright, let's see how the marshmallows are doing. Now, if you really, really love pumpkin spice, you can add your pumpkin spice into your marshmallows. I tasted a couple of these earlier, and they're quite spicy already, so I think I'm just going to leave that flavor alone. And we're almost there. That heat has really gotten those marshmallows. Now, if you really like this idea, you may want to go buy a couple of these bags because they're not going to be around long. Okay? These I actually did find at Walmart, so you should be able to find them yourself anywhere you are in the country. All right, we're almost done. We still got a few marshmallows to pat down. All right. Oh, this smells so good. All right. Got a few more bubbly marshmallows there. Look how orange that is. Orange marshmallows. All right, folks. I think my heat has gotten those marshmallows melted well enough. I'm going to go ahead and turn that heat down. It's starting to stick to the pan really well. All right, let's turn these Rice Krispies into the pumpkin pie filling. Look at this yumminess going on here. Yummy, yummy. All right, add a little bit more. Looks like we're going to need about all 5 of those cups. Stir that up. Okay, and once again, you are going to want to do this as quickly as possible. Okay, so we're going to want to take some of this orange and put it down inside so that we have our pie filling. Okay, because these will, as you know, Rice Krispies will harden up pretty quickly. Let's get that down inside there. Okay. So once we get all of these done, we can top it off with a little bit of Ready Whip. So it looks like you have a little bit of your Cool Whip, just like you might on a real pumpkin pie. Okay. We're almost done here with these. Woo. I'm going to take one out for you here and show you what it looks like. Sort of making a mess. All right. Sticking to the spoon here. All right. Let's get another one, and then one more. Okay. Now it's probably a good idea to go back through and pat each one down just a little bit. Okay. And then you just need to wait, just a few minutes. And you can use your knife to go around the edge. Ooh, that's really hot still. To then be able to get out your Rice Krispie pie. Okay. So, now we take our Ready Whip and we turn it straight up and down, and we're just going to make a little dollop on top of each of those. Whoa, that one came out fast. All right, we'll just do a couple of them. But I'd like to get this one out for you because this one I think turned out the best. What do you think, folks? Isn't that adorable? It's a little Rice Krispie pumpkin pie. That actually has the pumpkin pie flavor in it. All right, this has been a really fun food here at Fayette County Public Library. I'm Miss Lisa. Thanks for watching. Tune in again next week for another fun food.